What's going on, horror lovers? HorrorWithHoss come back to you with another video, and this is going to be Dollar Tree Theater, but this one actually came from Dollar General, but I'll still include it. And that is the movie The Last Horror Movie. This is from 2003, directed by Julian Richards. That's 1 hour and 20 minutes long, and this says it's a Fangoria Presents Gore Zone video. So follows a character by the name of Max, played by Kevin Howarth or Howarth, whatever you want to say. Basically, the way the movie starts out, you're watching a horror movie that's called The Last Horror Movie, but you don't find that out till he tells you later. He basically recorded over that movie and with what you're going to see in the rest of the film. And basically, he's an admitted serial killer, and he's telling you kind of his history, how he got into, I guess, started doing it, showing some footage from different victims that he's had, and also along the way kind of questioning, why do people want to watch things like this, and what does it say about the person who's watching, and just being very cold and calculated, and you can just tell in his eyes, he sells the character very well. At some parts, he's just talking to a camera in his room, but at other times, he's being videoed by someone who he refers to as his assistant, which is played by Mark Stevenson. And in a way, it kind of seems like, if you've seen Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, like it's someone that comes along with him on these murders, and in a way, it's almost like he's training him to be a killer just like him, but you can tell that this assistant is he's kind of go along with it as far as not telling anybody, and he's videoing it, but he's not really wanting to get his hands dirty, I guess, is the best way to put it. And it's starting to weigh on him the longer that this goes along, what exactly they're doing. Max's main job, though, is he actually does like a videotaping of weddings, and that's how he makes his money. That's his day job, I guess, if you want to say. And the murders that he does is something just on the side, which at first it seems like it's kind of a random thing, because he sees a guy that's looks like I guess you would call it like a meter maid, somebody giving someone a ticket for parking violation. He just walks up behind him with a hammer and smashes the guy's head in, and then walks off. But then in other times, you see these people, and it's like, as it goes along, it's people that he says have watched the recordings of what he's done, because he says towards the end that what you're watching is The Last Horror Movie. There's only one copy, and he just keeps recording over it, adding to it, whatever, and that he basically keeps track of who's renting this tape, and they eventually end up becoming his next victim. So it's an interesting take on the horror slasher genre, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, he sells the characters being very mentally disturbed, but there also are times where it shows the lighter side, when he goes to visit with his sister and her son, and have dinners with them, and her sister's husband doesn't really like him very much, but he doesn't know about this other side of him, but he doesn't really care for him. And the son, though, does take an interest in him as his uncle, and you kind of see where his nephew might have a little bit of a dark side as well. He asks in one part of the movie, he says, why are you still watching? Because if it's really, and I guess that's about anybody that watches horror films, especially like exploitation movies, things like that. I guess it is asking the question, why do we want to watch things like this? Is there something wrong with us? Or, I guess that's what they were trying to pose in the questions that he was asking the audience. But overall, like I said, I think it's a pretty good movie. If you can find this one out in the wild, I suggest picking it up. I think you'll enjoy it. Hope y'all like this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up if you really like this video, Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Click the notification bell. That way you'll know every time that I upload a new video. Hope all of you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.